this movie, super cool visual storytelling. Even they didn't have a script. They started with a storyboard.
Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okey, teka aku kat mana? Teka aku dekat mana? Teka aku kat mana? Kalau dapat teka dengan betul, takkan dapat apa-apa pun. Sebenarnya aku masih lagi dekat Sarang Art Hub, Tanjung Malim. Ya, aku masih lagi kat sini. Aku masih lagi ke sini. Ya, hari ni ada jemputan daripada Amen Khalid kan. Dia ajak aku untuk satu program untuk tayangan shortfilm yang tak silap aku pernah jadi juara ataupun dapat anugerah. Maksudnya bukan shortfilm yang biasa-biasa lah, maksudnya shortfilm yang diiktiraf. Ya, lebih kurang ayat dia macam tu lah kan. So aku nak pergi tengoklah apa cerita program ni kan. So dalam masa yang sama mungkin aku boleh belajar sikit-sikit kan, macam mana nak buat satu short film yang bagus kan. Sebab Raksasa Manja pun biasanya sebelum ni banyak juga buat short film kan. Jadi manalah mungkin begini kan. Manalah tahu dapat ilham, dapat inspirasi untuk buat short film. Dah lama tak buat, manalah tahu dapat inspirasi dari sini pula kan. Jom kita ke dalam.
And also, the long film animation from another one, the Sabah woman director, Nadira directed one short film. So now 2 years ago, another sci-fi film, the Malaysian sci-fi film, and then last year we did the another film, one short this time. Alright, so it's more the opportunity, easy to submit in any international film festival nowadays. So that's why we have the passion, both the production side and also education side. And then our strength is storytelling. I started my career as a script writer as well as a script analyst. Later, I'm going to analyze one short film together. And then what kind of things I'm talking about, right? But just like 2009 we started teaching the class in FINAS, and in Japan I teach in the 2D animation or 3D animation company, and then we also published the book. It's almost like a textbook of our class, and also we have the TV series in the TV Sarah. You can watch free in the YouTube. It's more like a video version of our class. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Production side, we made 2 feature films, and Kisha.
Kisha won the Best Child Actress at FFM 33. We're very super proud of her. In that film in Magic, she plays a dancer. Without saying a single word, she got the emotions through.
Because we used to be a teacher for deaf. She teaches sign language.
I used to be a teacher, and for 15 years I was teaching the deaf. So I kind of know the psychology of the deaf children. So that's why we work together on the script, and the input about the deaf girl psychology was from my experience of teaching with them.
Just for your information, our first film Nokta shot in the Bako National Park, and you can watch in Mana Mana TV. It's a free TV, Malaysian free TV. You can watch the whole film, and Magic is on the Amazon Prime now. Right? Okay, so today's selection 6 films, and all 6 are winner for each category. The first film is a Poland one, is overall winner. It's called the Grand Prix winner from the international. And then the next one, Indonesia one, is Asian, the international section. So if you make a film in Malaysia, you are going to submit to this section, Asian International category. And then the Malaysian film this time, the Dani, got the audience award. Yeah, that means Japanese audience will like it. Alright, that's good thing. And then in the Japanese category, and then the next one is a documentary one, the winner. Alright, and then the last one is animation. So the new one, we are going to have the Q&A session after screening, and then I'm going to analyze the animation film. Actually, this is the first year after 14 years. I've never done, animation analysis so far. Yeah, it didn't mean, we didn't have a good animation film. But this time, I always pick up the one. I like it, and then it happened to be this. That was animation. Right? Okay, since, we are still waiting for the special guest from KL, and the situation of the road now, right? It's very young. So then I have to tell, we might have to juggle a little bit, okay? But don't worry, I'm going to show you 6 films. Well, maybe it's almost like one by one, but let me start from here, okay? So it's a Japanese film, and then if you watch the film, actually it's prepared for the Japanese audience. So it's coming with a Japanese subtitle, and then also the English subtitle. Sometimes English subtitle is small, so come closer. And then if the language is English spoken, subtitle. So we normally subtitle. Right? Okay, so let's start. Okay, for your information, the actress is a very named actress in Japan, and aging is a very big issue in Japan. Even my mom, actually it's happened because I'm only son, and then mama was alone at home. Many old, the parents.
Through COVID.
Yeah, through COVID we couldn't go back. So and she passed away during the COVID. So it's very common issue. Okay, so now let me jump to the animation winner, and then right after this I'm going to analyze. So please, use your brain to watch this one. It looks very, how can I say, a little bit adult content. Yeah, but it's not just shallow one. There's layered one, the theme inside. All right. Okay, let's watch. Okay. Maybe some people wonder why this is a winner. It's very simple, 2D animation, right? Because among the thousands of the submission, including the very big project, 3D animation. Okay. So then let's analyze this film together. Why this one special? Okay. Because I work as a script analyst. This job is not common in Malaysia, but in Japan, the States, sometimes production happen. Before production happen, they create the write a script and then pass to the script analyst. We also call the script doctor. So just like doctor do the medical check. We check the weakness and the strengths of the script, and then the advice how to develop to make the get more audience to be understood. Right? So I'm gonna use this kind of technique, and then a couple months earlier I just did a class in Japan, This time, it happened to be all the, the classical 2D animation company, including anybody saw this movie? Your name? Yeah, this company is for the Shinkai Makoto company, so then this company made all his film, and then those are the producer for his film. Yeah, Japanese student is very detailed, to take a note. But talk about the possibility of the animation, not even the 3D animation, because this one is very, very simple. When I saw this one the first time, it reminded me American cartoon. I think before that, because I have the love for the animation since the kids' time. I grown up in Japan, and the 70s. Actually, I saw the movie The Close Encounter of the Third Kind. This is the year for the first Star Wars, Episode 4. And then all the anime movie came. So it was very big booming for the sci-fi and the 2D animation, theatrical one. Alright? But even nowadays, anybody saw this movie? This was from the last year, nominated to the Academy. Last year, Academy feature film section was winner was Miyazaki's, the latest one. But actually, he was a contender. This movie was a contender. Again, it's very simple. Very simple 2D animation, but feature length, no dialogue. Yeah, but even can compete with the Miyazaki film. That's potential for the even the 2D low budget animation. All right, so Malaysia. Yeah, that has some history of the 2D animation. The Ichi Hassan, usually he's one of the biggest supporter for us too in Malaysia, and also this Kerana has Mr. La. This is already international contents. So even we are inspired by some good animation. Anybody saw this one? Rabbit Invasion. Maybe young people know as a game. During the COVID,
both of us were addicted to rabbit invasion.
because of no dialogue again, the rabbit is always just say walk, right? But storytelling is so nice for the just 7 minutes. 7 minutes episode. So that's why we are inspired to make the 5 minutes 3D animation. And then they got many awards from all over the world. Nowadays, short film has more chance. Even the submission is cheap. Submission sometimes free. It's not going to happen to the feature film to submit. Even to the submit to the international, you have to spend a lot of money. But short film, very cheap and sometimes free. There's one the website called Film Freeway. You can register, and you don't need much money to submit to get some response from all over the world. Okay, this is what I was talking. When I saw this cartoon, Canadian cartoon, the first things I remember was an American cartoon called Babies and Bucket. It was very how to describe this one?
It's kind of an animation version of Dumb and Dumber.
So this is from the 80s, this is a program for the MTV. So those two kind of stupid kids is always couch potato in the world, watching all the time MTV program, don't think much, and then just this character is like like that. Okay, so then something like that. That was my first impression. But when I saw the storytelling within the just 10 minutes, wow, this is a bit different. What kind of things? All right. So before we jump into the analysis, I do the very basic 5-10 minutes about the storytelling technique. What is a story? Actually, the story is a very external information that means what's happened. Alright? This is something you need for the visual storytelling. Alright? You have to show, what's happened. That is already, storytelling. Okay? But if you just tell what's happened, It's not entertaining. That's why you have to tell how did it happen, why did it happen, where and when kind of things. Yeah, for example, okay, maybe this morning I come out the house, with my shirts, a ballet. Okay, that is just information, right? But once I start talking about why it happened, maybe I had to fight with my wife, and then I didn't have a time and rush, and just wear and come out, something like that. So once adding that kind of information, how and why, yeah, it's become a little bit more entertaining story. But again, story is external information. Internal means you think, you feel, you remember, because that kind of information is more for the novel or writing. But we are talking about the visual storytelling. And the strength of the visual storytelling, yeah, the audience, once you finish watching some story, you learn you learn something without being taught. That means, it's not preaching, all right? So then it's not like, telling the theme or message, aging the woman is so, in the miserable situation, poor and sad. Yeah, not just stating, but show the story and then you got some message, right? So what kind of things you can learn? Insight, wisdom. Yeah, that is something like, how to live better in your life. That kind of things, the story can tell you. All right? And then good story, get the attention of the audience, stick in their mind, so they remember, and that they cannot help themselves but spread. All right? So that's why many people, especially in the business or even the YouTube, try to use a story because you can sell your product, your service, your branding using the story because story has this kind of power. All right? So now we even now talking about visual story. Anybody can guess what is 80%, 20%? Visual. All right. Just imagine you're watching the movie in the cinema. 80% of the story information come from the picture. 20% sound. But I'm not saying sound is not important. Sound is very important, right? But my point is, that's how much visual impact is strong. All right? Just show it. That's why, how do you guys compare novel and screenplay? Screenplay is, the script to shoot some visual, a movie or drama, whatever. But what is the difference? How do you guys define each of them? What is a novel? What is a novel? What is a script? Thank you for coming. Anybody? In my class now, it's kind of dry, but it's very straightforward definition, difference. All right? What you can write in the script or screenplay is what you can shoot with a camera only. So then if you cannot shoot with a camera, actually you are writing the novel. Because you have to give the information what happened. That's why external information is important. If not external information, all the crew and the actor get the script. How should I do this, right? So that's how much you always have to remind you if you are talking about the visual storytelling. Your story has to go to external. All right? Okay, so that's why only things, that's how much, visual storytelling has to be external. Okay, so that's why this kind of phrase, show, don't tell. Less is more. Cut the dialogue. Write for eyes. Okay? Because, many people ask me, how to write a good dialogue, like a Tarantino, for example. But usually, my advice is, Okay, if you're not good at it, don't write the dialogue. Tell the story first. I mean, the visual. Even the Hitchcock say, yeah, just make a story and then adding a little bit, the script, the dialogue, and they're ready to shoot. So that's how much minimize, but you have to tell until, okay, I have to tell this. That is enough. All right, that is a visual storytelling. Huh? Okay, so now that this kind of skill is actually the communication skill. Right? So that's why I'm not talking only about a script or a screenplay for movie. Yeah. And then when we talk about development, how to make the script better, yeah, we need a kind of common language or tool. Alright? Because we are talking about good story, A person say this, B person say this, and then the different language. They cannot communicate. Movie making, visual storytelling, yeah, could be teamwork. So we need to communicate, and what is a common language? Yes, very old school, the act 1, 2, 3, right? Anybody heard, 3 act structure? But we can use this as the tool, all right? We call it that this is a basic format, but I always use a connotation of sports. Since the badminton is popular in Malaysia, one basic format, just imagine, form of the smash. Alright? So then you can learn the basic, later you can modify it for your own style, but you have to learn the basic, and also to be a strong, one swing is not enough, right? So that's why I'm saying this is a tool to train yourself. So you have to know what it is, and then you have to train yourself to be a storyteller. All right. So let's talk about the concept of the Act 1, 2, 3 a bit. Long story short, because my class can be the 6 months, long class to talk about only this concept. But today, long story, very, very short. Okay, Act 1, 2, 3. Name them. Set up, conflict, solution. In the beginning, set up. You have to set up something, but what? You have to set up the information that anything audience need to know to understand the rest of the story. Okay? Anything else, no need. Alright? Because your world is a closed world. You cannot add. Actually, it's a very limited space. So you have to select only the information that audience need to know the rest of the story. Alright? And then something happened. It's called, plot point 1. I don't tell the detail today, so something important happened. So then, your main character start a journey. You hear the very common word, right? The journey for the storytelling. Okay? And then, Act 2 is called the conflict, because Act 2 is a series of conflict. It's not only the one conflict, conflicts. And then just imagine the hurdle your main character jump over. Right? 1, 2, timeline like this. Okay? And then what's happened to your main character once he or she jump over, your main character change. This kind of change is called character's arc, A-R-C. Alright? So jump. Usually, your main character becomes the wiser, more experienced. Sometimes, get the weapon, like you play the game, right? So then he becomes better from here to here. So that means Act 2 is about character's arc. Your main character changed from here to here. Here is just me, and then this is super me. And then what's happened to your story is in the setup. This is your character's ordinary life. And then usually your main character is not satisfied your daily life. Something missing, something he want to fix it, or something he want desire to get in Act 1. But he cannot do anything because he's just me. Alright? But here, what's happened? Because of the journey and the characters, your super me. So you can fix the issue you couldn't change in the beginning. And then, that's why it's called a solution type 3. So then once your main character fix the problem or what he want, audience, easy, right? Actually, this is a concept, that's all. This is a very simple storytelling, act 1, 2, 3. Okay? So just imagine this pattern is 1, 3. Okay? So we are going to use this. And then, I want you to remember one more thing about the concept of the story. Basic format is a ratio. Satu dua satu ratio. I always use just one page of the paper, A4 paper. Just imagine your story going to within this piece of paper. It doesn't matter the duration. It could be the 10 minutes. It could be the, you put the 5 minutes, or even could be the 3-hour feature film. The same. But how to structure is like this. Make it half and make it half. Right? So now you got 1, 2, and 3. Alright? Good storyteller, this kind of, is feeling, is under your skin. That means once you get this frame, they're gonna do that. Not like that. Once make it half, and then make it half this side, make it this side. Once act 1 start from here, I'm going to get half distance, this is the midpoint, and then half of this distance from point 1, and over 1. Alright? So then once you start making the story with this kind of things, with the intuition, everything you get the frame, and then get smaller. So that's why, even the one scene, or even the one section, one sequence, you do the same things. Alright? So this is a kind of, a concept now. Okay, so now, how to develop using this basic format? Okay? Because many people misunderstand. Okay, this is a golden formula, magic stick. Once your story get closer to this, your story is something great. No. Why? Because this is just basic. So that means, just imagine, your story is like that in the beginning. So then you have basic format but a tool. So then you are going to change, make it similar to this. Yeah, but once you get similar to this, that means that, your story looks like something cliche. Yeah. So the no story is the basic format actually. Everything is off from the basic format. So that means the development means that, once your story, since you know this one very well, you're gonna do ding dong, ding dong. This is the process of the development. And what's happening here is this. Just imagine all your story exists within this triangle. Okay, on the top of the pyramid, basic format. They call it arch plot, basic plot. Okay, going down this way or this way, yeah, you are not following the rule of the basic format. Sometimes ratio are off, or you're not following the rule of the what is act 1, what is act 2, act 3. Okay, but what's happening here is a bloody fact. Alright? Once you try to break from here to going down, what's happened is you are losing the audience. Why? Because this is easy to understand. But if you make it exactly like that, it is too easy to understand, and people doesn't like it. But if you break the rule, yeah, people can understand. The less people can understand. So the audience could be tricked. All right. So then what you are doing here is more audience, less audience, more audience, less audience. So that means getting closer this, getting closer this, getting closer this, getting closer this. in the end of the day, somebody, producer or director, have to decide where you land it. Okay, this is the process of development. So, point is, I'm not saying this movie is better than this movie. No, right? But you have to understand which position your story exists, is located. Your story is a very mainstream story. Your story is a little bit artsy, but if you decided making a film in this layer, you can learn many similar films that you can learn, the convention of this kind of film. So then, I just want to address the one issue because 40-second picture doesn't make here. Yeah, so I'll be here. But the product is different. Even how to sell is different. So that's why, we kind of hoping Malaysia have some kind of more system to open the eyes for the design layer. Because today, even this event is not here. The movie is already here, or later you're going to see even here. Alright? But again, I'm not saying which is good or bad. Alright? Okay, so now we are ready. Let's go into analyze. Okay, so I told you Act 1, 2, 3 is the three different frames. But actually, it's not three. Actually, two. You can divide it into the two different worlds. One is ordinary world. One is extraordinary world. The story is about your main character living in the ordinary world, not happy 100%, entering extraordinary world. Through journey, he changed, becoming more advanced, super me, come back to the ordinary world. So that means that this world and this world is actually the same. So that's why the most important thing is what is your extraordinary world in your story. As long as you know that, that means that you already know the structure of your story. Sometimes I use connotation of how. Your story is about Tausapa or Kayapa. You are biting Act 1, not sweet yet, and then Act 2, you start getting something special. Okay, so this one, don't underestimate. Once you get the structure, you even can, write the memo, what's going to happen in Act 1, Act 2. And then usually, this portion and this portion is very important. You should know clearly about what's happened here and here. Do you know why? Because this is the entrance to the extraordinary world. This is the exit from the extraordinary world. So once you know this one, this clearly, that means that you know what kind of path you are making. Alright? So nowadays, talking about visual storytelling, this movie, super cool visual storytelling. Even they didn't have a script. They started with a storyboard. Alright? And the first storyboard is just one page, like that. Alright? And then even the storyboarder artist got the credit for the writer in this movie. And then of course a lot of chicks. Okay, that's how much we can do something special with the story, visual storytelling. Okay, so now let's go back to the animation, Canadian animation. The title, by the way, The Crab in a Pool. So if you watch it, you understand why, right? But of course, in the beginning, we don't know what the story means. And also, once you compete in the competition, then you know that you have to submit one shot as a key shot of the, your story. Which shot you are going to choose is very crucial. Why this shot? Actually, the producer and director submit this one shot as a portrait of the movie. Because obviously they think this is a kind of key moment. Alright? Let's watch it. And then, what we are doing here, just imagine roughly this is a 10 minutes film. Divided by 4 means that, each section is like 2.5 minutes. Like that. Okay? So once you get this number, you can use as a just, milestone. Once you watch again this movie with a timeline, once 2.5 minutes, you start a lot. Something happened. Maybe, the door for the extraordinary world happened. Yeah, that's how, you anticipate. Okay. I was going to ask you. Because this is a fast shot. Did you remember? Fast shot. Because for the short film, it's not long duration, right? So the actually fast shot and the last shot is very, very important. Sometimes you give the first shot and second, last shot, just 2 shots, there's a story. Because this becomes this. This is already a story. Okay? But when you saw this, what kind of information you can get about story? Just blue. Yeah, but actually, this is how the shot is telling the whole story. First of all, the blue represents what in this story? Sky.
Somebody say pool.
Pool, yes, pool and water, that kind of things, right? So even the kind of design, even this can be sky with a cloud, can be like ocean wave. It's kind of, yeah. And also give the color palette of the, the story in the first shot. You already, represented. All right, remember this shot now. Later it's gonna phrase. Okay, in my class, we deal with the audience psychology because this is communication with the audience, right? There's 2 big things about audience. They're always anticipating, expecting what's going to happen next. Sometimes, maybe this guy's going to die in the end. That is, you are expecting like the end of the whole movie. Even though you are expecting, somebody stumble, and then he stumble, that is also expectation. And also, since your story world is a closed world, usually contents within this world is a pair. These 2 pairs is called the setup and the payoff. Your story is always, setup, payoff, setup, payoff, setup, payoff. Those are pairs. All right. So how did animation using this kind of psychology? Okay, starting with nature shot, and remember from the top left, the bird comes in, and then they start fight. All right, and then even this kind of fight is the kind of premise of the story. Mother needed to fight with the cancer. All right, and then brother and the sister, fighting and always struggle. And also transition, use of the transition is a very smart, a lot of smart transition. Here, what was this? Pizza. So now it's already, one debate comparison between nature stuff and the artificial stuff within this story. Everywhere, comparison. Nature, organic, or artificial. Artificial stuff, always very vivid color. Pizza, red, yellow. So those kind of things. And then pizza drop right. And then, main characters is introduced. I nickname Shrimp Girl. Okay? She's have a lookism at this moment in use. And boyfriend is junkie at this moment. And then if you're talking about genre of the movie or tone, mood, it's very surrealistic. This is something special for the expression for the 2D or 3D animation. This advantage animation has. Okay, so now again, organic and then artificial, blood and ketchup. This is a good transition. But again, compression here. And then next character, I nicknamed Pato. Now it's that issue about consumer, junk food culture. You know, I told you, it's a couch potato junk, the food kind of things is always, they are criticizing me. Okay? So then again, the surrealistic expression. Alright, continue. Even the, this girl is a kind of junkie, and then, consumer issue. They're eating, and then surrealistic. And then we set up the Greece book. So that's why, we are constantly using the, the God of the Greece, right? Okay, so again, even the sister become another god from Greece book, with a snake. Medusa. Yes, exactly. So again, this is the setup of the two main characters, right? So once they start get together, it's almost like a body film. So then two characters together. So let's say even this one, 2 minutes and a half exact. 4.1. They start, journey together. All right? And then the way to show the journey, I like it because once they going past the, the town, a lot of information. What do you see? It's a shop. They start transition with a cat, the frame turns, and then this is kind of thematic setup. Later, this is very important, right? On how to get communication, solve the communication. So this is the kind of setup here, all right? And then here, it's a shop, and then actually, the information about location is here. This flat is called, Quebec States. It's the east side of the Canada, the French territory. But this is a way, smart way to show the location. I was wondering which part of the Canada, this kind of town they have. Okay, but now, talking about ice cream, connecting to the memory of the mother. All right, so now again, transition. Okay, again, using blue. This is a very key elements. Using as a door to the extraordinary world again. Entering to the water. So now the nature becomes everything is artificial again because of food. The water is an artificial environment. So now from now on, there's another way to see this story. You can see this as the part of the extraordinary world. I call it the lucid dream. Because something happened, but actually, when they find out is the next moment. That was the illusion. Alright? So it's a repeating and repeating. Transition to the girl, and then lucid dream continue. So you can see Act 2 can be all the lucid dream. Okay? The movie like Vanilla Sky was sci-fi. Well, I think maybe many people saw the La La Land. Right? The ending is like a lucid dream, and then flip. So even this animation, I mentioned, a very simple 2D animation from the last year's academy. This one ending is actually the lucid dream too. Very useful way to show some unique term. Okay, so after this, lucid dream, continue. So then even this kind of moment, we usually call the, 4.2. Because this is the moment, your main character lose everything. But actually lucid dream continue. That's also an interesting term. So then the dream continue, and then now everything paid off. Because now that we are giving away the information about mother. Alright? So now this is a little bit different layer. Oh my God. This is a bit deep. This is not only the story about junkie or consumer or, or young people. So that's why, the 4.2, once she got the information about mother, and then your main character has to think about what you do, until the climactic moment. So this is the process of your main character is ask the choice. So now she has to decide what to do with the brother. Alright? So Act 3 solution. How they're gonna, cope the, relationship, that is Act 3. So Act 3 is a story about the the boy too, because the boy see the, his own character's arc, and then another things about Greece that Amazon that he mentions. But coming close to the climactic moment, and something like issue of the the breast cancer, yeah, you can put as a layered structure, not the obvious like a preachy stage, but within that, yeah, you can make a layered. Yeah, it's not gonna preachy, just like the being taught without, learn without being taught kind of things. You can make a layered story, and then you can tell the issue of the breast cancer. Okay, so now getting closer to the climactic moment. Actually, this is my favorite moment. Okay, so now, I like here. She was sigh, and then she looked up. This is animation, but it's crazy great. As a director, if directing the give the actress to this, it's great because it's kind of gap. That's mean that your audience anticipate what's gonna happen next. We already set up right about he tried to touch her hand and then she said no. All right. So this time we easy to anticipate which can go touch first. All right. But before that, if you see this, why do you think this is special? Anybody have any idea? This is just like a split seconds, right? Before next climactic moment happen. But within this split moment, actually I can imagine something. What is it? This one. It's sky. And then story start from everything from here. So then this is another strength about the visual storytelling. Actually, what you're showing sometimes not important. What is not showing is more stronger. Instead of putting the insert shot of this, just maybe like that, all this imagine what he's thinking. But once you get this image, the things coming in and they start fighting. Everything starts from the fighting. Alright? So that's why for me, this is a great, just one direction of the 2D animation. Because after that, so we are expecting from her or from him, and even touching the hand, because we set up that actually became to her breast. Breast tissue, right? Breast cancer. Alright, but it expressed a love between them. So that's why, this is the end shot. Of course, we didn't show the blue sky as a first shot. But there's a lot of meaning for this shot. For the director, the producer choose, this is the most important shot. Alright, because after that, like that, blue sky, and then boom. That's it. Alright? Okay. Any opinion or question? Because trust me, the first time I watched, I didn't learn everything. So of course, first time you cannot catch every single, the information. But this kind of movie, watching twice, 3 times, find more things. It's a layer. All the information is connected within the small, the story space, and then tell the simple story. Right? Great, isn't it? So that's why, again, instead of spending the 3D animation, even the 2D animation, simple, but expression all great lah, like show realistic one, transition is great, and then story flow is great, and then again, what you are not writing, what you are not showing, because I told you what's happened. But storytelling is not always linear. So instead of what's happened, yeah, you have to create a portion what you are not showing, what you are not telling. This portion is the connecting strongly to what you are showing. Yeah, actually very strong. Okay. All right, thank you. So now let's have the just 10 minutes short break, and then after that I'm going to show the 4 films straight, and then we are going to Q&A session with the 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes toilet.
Although looks basic and simple, but very informative, and kami yang tadi ada oleh setiap kali dia membawa filem pendek ataupun on this presentation, how the he and he mengupas setiap of the story punya structure. So again, Amin, jawab hubungi dengan saya pegawai FINAS iaitu Haziq. Kita akan buat program di sini. Rasa Kuala Lumpur di sini dekat 2026, InsyaAllah FINAS HQ akan pindah ke Sungai Buloh. Lagi lah dekat sini, lagi setengah jam. So untuk dapat inspirasi, saya rasa tempat ini memang satu yang nanti ada boleh membawa banyak program-program yang membawa searah pembangunan.
Amin, insyaAllah.
Amin.
Cakap panjang. Untuk FINAS, kita sentiasa terbuka untuk dapatkan pandangan dan juga kepada yang belia-belia, student-student kalau inginkan program ataupun informasi, hubungi FINAS. Haziq ada di sini, boleh hubungi beliau untuk melihat semua program-program yang kita laksanakan. Contoh seperti pada bulan November, untuk kita penyediaan pada filem festival yang lepas, kita telah menjalankan lebih kurang 30 workshop dalam masa 1 bulan. 30 workshop. So insyaAllah dalam masa tahun 2025 kita akan bersama lagi dengan dan juga Prof. Mungkin sedikitlah digital. Tahun ini 2024 kita telah capai satu capaian di mana kita dah kita dalam industri ini, saya katakan industri profesional. Sebab itu kita push all this selling contract, pastikan semua kerja kru ada contract and want to make sure that our crew are in safety environment, and minimum with insurance of peso, and then the KDPSP account to be open. There's a lot of benefits from there. Because we understand, once we making sure our industry is professional and protected, then we can get more investors into the projects. I think that is what we have intention now. I think yesterday we had a discussion with Bangkok, sampai ke 12, nak melihat tentang to have a proper process between the academic and industry. Academia and industry engagement is really important. So Alhamdulillah dengan kerjasama dengan pihak Bangkok, saya akan berjumpa dengan semua industri yang ada fokus di filem dan sebagainya untuk bekerjasama bersama FINAS dan juga dengan industri yang ingin melihat bagaimana kita boleh membangun
Bagi masuk.
Apa dia tutup?
Yang kedua yang kita telah capai tahun ini juga ialah the new video funding yang ada. Sebab kalau kita tengok pada kita funding dana, dia lebih ke kita ada a bit of changes on our funding approach. I think we introduce skill development. Bila kita ada introduce skill development, I think program begini memang akan menjadi satu yang akan push our creators atau yang filmmakers to develop good more stories. And Yesterday pun saya bincang dengan Bapak, whoever attended workshop like this, workshop run by the universities, we would like to see a bit of a database where we can have a reference of which individuals that attended workshops. Macam kalau itu pergi universiti, there is credit hours. Bila they attended some of these good program, alamak bang, duduk bawah lah. Tipu ni. When we have a credit hours kind of thing profile, then bila nak apply funding, FINAS, insentif FINAS, kalau kita nak bawa kita punya industry players to market macam TIF, Japan, Busan, Film Festival, Jogja, last 2 weeks. Di sinilah penggunaan ataupun penggunaan database profiling di semua proses. That's why saya rasa tak perlu buang masa, by January we will look into this properly. And third component, this month always mentioned about distribution and marketing. I think this is really key also. Di sinilah di mana insyaAllah tahun depan kita ada ASEAN Film and TV Summit. Kita akan berkenaan bersama dengan persatuan dan kita akan kumpulkan 10 ASEAN countries, dan dalam that summit also kita ada komponen for the Youth Film Summit for ASEAN. Kita akan kumpulkan all ASEAN pelajar-pelajar dengan youth together insyaAllah by mid of the year next year. And fourth component, and also mentioned to the industry, is we are focusing a lot on education. InsyaAllah next year. So I'll be talking to MQA dengan DPA to look into higher education structure, universities, colleges, and also those dipanggil apa? DPA knows all this event program. Right? Because we understand at the end of the day, as I mentioned earlier, to make sure this industry is professional, kita boleh memperkembangkan kita punya industri ini, kemudian you boleh either nak sambung belajar ke degree, PhD, someone from the industry yang ada 10 years experience, they come into the universities to do the lecturing, and this is where we have to talk to people at FQA, we have to talk to people from JPK, and making sure that all this kesinambungan ini berlangsung dengan cantik-cantik. Tanpa buang masa, so nak maghrib lah. Kemudian apakah acara seterusnya?
Acara seterusnya bagaimana?
So sekali lagi, terima kasih pada adik semua. Saya rasa saya nak datang pada sini lagi.
Datang.
InsyaAllah kita bertemu. Kepada yang menyambut Christmas,
Merry Christmas.
Kepada yang bercuti panjang dengan menyambut tahun baru, selamat menyambut tahun baru. Kepada anak-anak yang ada SPM, pastikan mereka sehat.
Okay, big applause to CEO of FINAS. Thank you very much for the speech and for the very informative things that we would like to share for the next program.
One important thing. From our experience this year, dengan kita tengok Jeff punya Jogja program, Busan dan TIF, kita nak menggalakkan lagi golongan-golongan muda belia ni to attend teaching session di those market. Sebenarnya bawa FINAS, kita ada dana DPPA, dana pembangunan apa? Kasih? Pemasaran. The last 3 years, dia guna dana tu kepada siapa-siapa yang ada short film dokumentari yang masuk festival. Macam festival, dan boleh mohon dana untuk dapatkan flight ticket, reimbursement dengan hotel dan sebagainya. Tapi this year onwards, kita also buka pada applicants attending teaching session, market pitch, investment pitch. Macam Georgia ada field pitch, macam di Taiwan di Golden Horse, macam apa aja pitch at the Golden Horse punya marketplace. So we allow that where any Malaysian senior sesiapa yang dapat masuk pada any pitching boleh apply FINAS punya grant untuk reimburse menyertai. So pastikan jadi semua ataupun memanfaatkan insentif-insentif ini.
Okay. untuk akhirnya saya hari ini menjemput Presiden Persatuan Anak untuk menyampaikan sedikit cenderangan kepada yang berpikir tidak, yang itu kita nak bagi sekali. Ya. Bagi sekali, dah bagi sekali. Bagi sekali. Cenderung hati, cenderung mata daripada Persatuan Anak Seni Sarang. Okey, ya.
Okey, 1, 2, 3.
Okey, seterusnya kita jemput wakil suami isteri.
Suami isteri?
Universiti Pertemuan Suami Isteri UPSI. Universiti Pendidikan Sultan Idris, Ketua Jabatan Multimedia Kreatif, Fakulti Seni Kelestarian dan Industri Kreatif, Dr. Ikram Al-Hafiz. Dia ni Al-Hafiz ya. Sahibul Samahah. Dr. Ikram. Disampaikan juga oleh Presiden Persatuan Anak Seni Sarang. Okey. Okey. Terima kasih Dr. Ikram. Sila duduk baik. Okey, seterusnya kita jemput wakil daripada Universiti Sultan Azman Shah. Dijemput wakil daripada USAS. This is considered. Okay, terima kasih kerana datang menyokong program di Sarang Art Hub. Ya. Jemput-jemputlah kami ke sana pula. Kita makan lapang. Lapang pada dekat luar. Ada lagi. Laksa Sarang. Okey. Sebelumnya kita juga jemput wakil daripada FDAM. Abang John. Okey. Bohong masalah ini. Sini. Ya, terima kasih kerana datang dan menyokong program di Sarang. Ya, terima kasih. Ni orang penting ni, semua kena kenal tu. Seterusnya kita jemput wakil apa? Itu dia kata. Lola. Ini orang paling penting di Terima Malim. Ini kita jemput Miss Lola. Miss Lola. Name was Lola. Okey. Ini merupakan ahli majlis daerah Mualib. Okey. Okey. Ada lagi ke? Okay. Walaupun even the event is not yet, but yeah, we want to ensure that. Okay, thank you very much. Domo arigato. Okay. Alright, thank you very much. I think we have a short break. Short break for. Okay, kita berhenti sebentar untuk solat maghrib. Kemudian kita sambung balik lah. Ada berapa? How many floor? How many?
4 more film and the Q&A. So please stick with that after the break.
Jangan balik. Okay, thank you very much.
Certain I'm going to Belgium for scholarship. I'm going to be leaving home and I don't know when coming back. Performance and also band classes. I've traveled to so many countries.
All the places we travel to, we are the only black people. Everyone stares at you.
kenapa kamu nggak milih buat bikin dong sendiri, ditulis, terus habis itu diterbitin ya? Ya mana bisa. Kenapa enggak? Bukannya setiap mimpi itu punya caranya masing-masing ya buat nyampe ke kita. Kok kita jadi ngayal sih? Bukannya tadi kamu cerita ya? Udah jam 11 lebih nih. Kurang makan yuk. Keburu diomelin nanti kita.
You know, there are 6 Malaysians accepted into Harvard this year. 6. That's the highest number ever. Their parents must be very proud. I'm sure they have put a lot of effort into this. Just like us. But nowadays, good results are not enough. Straight A students are everywhere. That's why you can't focus on your study only. They are looking for students that are leaders, people that can contribute to the society, independent and skillful.
So please welcome again, Sunny, the director, and she's the producer. They are a couple. It sounds familiar. Director, white producer. Anyway, again, this film, The Road to won the Audience Award in Japan competition, and usually the screening in Japan, obviously almost all people are Japanese, right? So please introduce yourself first, and then.
Hi, I'm Danny, the director for Road to Harvard, and then she's Joey, the producer. We both also wrote basically the script of the short film together.
Good job. Before I ask Q&A, I ask a basic question first. How did you come up with this idea and decide to make a film?
I think from the news.
News.
Yeah, last year we read it on the news that there's it's a record-breaking. Sorry, I just speak in English because I think not all are Malaysian. So we read it in the news last year that there's a record-breaking 6 students admitted into Harvard University in US. And then I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of a big news, I guess. In the English media, I guess, and also the Chinese media in Malaysia. And then we are wondering why. Is this such a big news? And then it's just kind of stand from there. I guess. I think we are in a way there are more people are obsessed with getting their children into the top education facility in Malaysia. The demand is there. That's why it became such a huge news, right? Because people are obsessed with it, I guess.
But also we want to show that Harvard is just a representation. It doesn't mean it has to be education. It can be any other thing. It's just that a lot of parents, they have certain kind of hope for their children. They think their children maybe athletes, or are very good in studying things like that, or the doctor.
Obviously, Japan has a very high education demand, and the parents and the kids pressure, late tuition and very feeling pressure. Do you think that's why they related to the subject? How did you?
I don't know. I think so. Like one of the selection committee there was that she used to learn to play that song when she was a kid as well, and then she can relate to the character in the story. I guess a lot of countries, especially developed Asian countries, Singapore, Japan, Hong Kong, even in Malaysia, we are a very competitive society, and then we keep pushing our children to achieve something that we might not necessarily be able to achieve when we are small. It's not necessarily a healthy thing for me. Like as what Joey said, it's expectations. However, it's just a representation, but it can be anything. Like when Nicole Daly is like the first squash or world ranked player in the world, everyone is like sending their children to learn squash. All of a sudden, and then we have badminton. It can be anything, like really, even sports, and music.
Just curious, is it relating to your own family or just pick up the subject?
Totally opposite. Like, my parents worked overseas when I was a kid, so that's why it's so alienating for me, because I didn't experience all of that. You know, I was like really free to do whatever I want. For me, so it's not really relevant with me. But I don't know for Joey, I think it's more relevant. Yeah.
because when I was we used to have PMR, right? Yeah. So my result was really bad. Because I'm obsessed with, last time we got what, CC,
Counter-Strike,
yeah. So my result was really bad. And then my mom nicked me Neil, because my home, right, my dad already passed away when I was 8 years old. So my house, we have a altar. Yeah, an altar. My dad, so he nicked me Neil, and then apologized to my father that I'm doing so bad. I'm getting a bad result. Yeah. So that's kind of stay with me forever. Yeah. But my SPM, my result also
bounce back.
Yeah, but when I saw that, because I was a teacher, right? I have a lot of Chinese students as well. So I get the feedback from my students. After school, I have to go this piano lesson, Malay tuition, mathematics tuition, and then they are more busy after school than the teachers are. Because the Chinese parents focus on education a lot, and they push their students a lot harder. I can see that when I saw it. Those are my students' parents.
The typical.
Yeah, I think I think it went viral in Taiwan. There's a parents that bring their student, the entire day is packed right until midnight. The mother, and then like they really have to eat dinner in the car or something like that. Yeah. So this is obviously fiction, but it's also based in reality, and that's what's happening out there right now.
So you guys went to Japan 1 week, right?
Yeah.
To attend the screening.
Around 7 or 8 days. Yeah.
Tell us about your experience in Japan.
It was fun actually. Yeah, it was fun. Like we met a lot of filmmakers there. There's also celebrities there. We met actually a Golden Horse Best Actress winner in attending the festival, because she had another short film screening over there as well. So it was fun, and there's a lot of audiences. I think one thing that is probably what we are different from the audiences in Japan is like the taste, the market itself. Like there have a lot of people, I think in Tokyo especially, who are interested in short films, so they will show up for the screening. Whereas in here, I think we still have a lot of catching up to do. Anything else you want to add? And also, like we went to the Korean short films screening. I forgot the name of the band who are starring in that short film, but it was crazy. Like people came from Korea to attend the screening because it's like the world premiere, and then they line up all the way from from the entrance of the mall. They are waiting the mall to open because the screening is happening inside the mall.
And they're bringing their luggage.
Yeah.
So meaning they just touch down Japan and then they straight away go to the screening.
I think they are called stray dogs or something.
Stray kids, right?
Stray kids. Sorry. So they made a short film and they had their premiere in short film festival. There's a lot of their fans attending the short film.
Because I always ask the student, tell me your favorite 10 favorite film. It's easy to mention, but tell me 10 title of your favorite short film. Can you guys tell? No, right? That's how much actually we are not exposed to the short film. To make even the good short film, yeah, you have to make you have to view a lot of short film because we had the opportunity to screen like 100 short film last 10 years.
Because every year, the submissions to short, like 10,000 over, short already have a team that choose around 100 to 200 for competition, and we get to choose from that cream of the crop. We only have to watch 100 films to choose to bring in that will pass censorship. So we do that, we learn so much. So and then the films are good. So that's why the short Japan is the gateway for the academy. The winner there can be nominated to the academy. So when we saw that, the teacher inside me like, shoot, this is a great advantage. If we bring in the screen, we don't do competition. Short do the competition. We bring in the films, quality short films, to share with the young filmmakers here. To make good short films, you need to watch good short films.
Because if you see that 100 good short film, usually they tell what kind of subject is they are trying to make a movie about. So then during the COVID time, 100 section was very different. So this time we have about the blind and the deaf, aging, education. Yeah, it's very straightforward issue, right? Social issue.
All the time.
And so then,
that issue is not only felt in Japan, because they get the 10,000 submissions from all over the world. So people are feeling the same thing.
all right. Any question for the producer, please?
Give your questions. How much cost for this collection? You wanted to spend?
Yeah, you want to share that? I think I only have a ballpark figure, but I think like around 20k. A lot of it, 20 something, a lot. I think like we spend more than we would like to, especially on the locations, I would say,
Also, the ones, okay, I know some people, when we do short films, we ask people, friends, the crew and all that, right? But this one we do. It's our friend, yes, but we did pay also some, token and things like that, yeah.
How many days shooting?
2 days.
2 days. Whoa.
Which is crazy.
Which is crazy, which is not enough. There's a lot of regret in the short film. So if given another chance, I would do it in 3 days. I think it's a lot. For anyone who are studying in broadcast or anything, allow yourself more shooting days, please. You need it, seriously.
But if you post production, really, I think it's good post production. Finishing is very well.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Because the audio and the sound is
It's a colorism.
And 20k and I still have to edit and color.
So that's mainly for graph
Best way to say. All right.
For short film, actually I'm from mainstream, but for this one, the short film is good for us to explore and expose on this thing. But for me, maybe the problem is we don't have any platform. The short film don't have any platform in Malaysia to us to look into it. That's why you have to campaign for.
That's why we've been doing this since 2010. Every time when we do it short in the university, in the students, we always encourage short. It's a platform, it's a competition, it's a gatekeeper to the Oscars. Why don't you submit? Then, Kak B, nanti kena reject. Of course, you might be rejected. It doesn't mean you're going to be chosen straight away. But that's how you improve. If you don't send out, you simpan bawah laci, tengok sendiri, the effort you spend is not utilized fully. You set up, of course, it might be rejected. Then you take the reject. If you're in the film industry, you don't take rejection, then you cannot survive long.
Yeah.
So you reject it, take it back, think about it, and develop it more, and send again. So that's how you move forward step by step.
It's a platform in the sense to make money. Yes,
Yeah.
it's tough, right?
Yeah.
Did you make any money with this?
But the
We
only
did.
support we did.
We didn't, it wasn't enough to cover the cost, but yeah, we did win some money from
Prize money.
yeah, prize money from the audience.
Good.
And then like what
Trip to
Dato-
Japan.
Yeah, I was like what Dato asked me mentioned just now, like we did apply for the Dana Pemasaran and we actually it's approved, but we haven't got the money yet. So
Still waiting. Nanti dah approve lah. Thank you, Finas.
Thank you, Finas.
So about the platform, right? I think in Malaysia, if I may share, I think you are right. Tak banyak pun.
Tak banyak.
So we have like
BMW Shopee.
Yeah.
Okay. So you work online for the top 10.
And then the Kanchu 666. The Kanchu yang first challenge. Yeah.
And then C Shots in KL, and then we have one in Kuching. Yeah,
Mini Film Festival.
As I know, I think
That almost covers all.
that's almost covered.
Those are competitions,
Those are
short film
competitions,
competitions in Malaysia.
So memang tak cukup.
But yeah.
But for me it's a good started. Today can learn something. Can collaborate with any IPTA and any association to team up, do some proposal to FINAS to make it some platform. I think.
Yes, because like Dato' also mentioned, we work closely with FINAS.
Yeah.
So when we were talking, we started producing this for 5 years. So actually one FINAS officer asked me, boleh tak kita hantar short film, the short film that I think FINAS sponsors a lot of short film, right? The Ghana for UCK and all that, they sponsor a lot, and the FINAS own the rights somehow. But they asked me, can you send all these films to short and then masukkan lah. They said no. Short is they have a benchmark. They are the Oscar keeper, gatekeeper. So they cannot listen to simply put in. But we can encourage to send more. Then we can tell Japan said, hey, ada banyak lah. Boleh buat focus on Malaysian short film. They might, that one might. But we cannot ask them to shortlist just because we ask them to. They have to keep their benchmark.
Because it's good for because they have a platform, because now we can see that all the students once they do or done their project, no platform to watch it. I give you simple yang FFN just finished right now 5 title yang tercalon.
I think Danny was one of the first.
Okay, but we are Malaysian, kita tak ada.
Tak tahu tengok lah.
We don't know.
You think pun tak ada?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
2 years back, we have collaborated with FINAS. When Prof. Nasir being CEO of FINAS, we collaborate and organize FFPM, Festival Filem Pelajar Malaysia, in UPSI. 2 years back. Right now, I was talking to maybe next year we have another FFPM version. So that's the platform lah. And 2006 we had short film award by RTM, FINAS and Film Malaysia, if you remember. And then only 2 years and 3 years then gone.
But like I said, you mentioned end of the day, the platform for short films is very, very likely in Malaysia.
And by the way, if you are students, if you make a short film, right, headshots, Dilemma is actually shot by a film graduates. It's their graduation, I think graduation film is really important. So it doesn't matter that if you are a student or not, if you are still it's all fair. They consider each short film fairly.
But for this platform for branding is to promote the vibes
Yes.
more bigger, and then from there, we can maybe you guys can make more money from there. I see.
Banyak iklan raya tu.
Ya tu betul. Maksudnya akan banyak iklan raya, orang akan sponsor ni bagus lah, ni bagus. And then maybe from short film they can upgrade to film.
Because
They
like,
push Finas too.
Yes. Yeah.
because we learned so much about, we researched about short films when we were producing for since 2010. A lot of the good short films, even from short, they caught the eye of a major producer. Quite a few films from the short films got made into a feature. That is the chance of making short films. Short films less budget, but it lets you show what you can do as a filmmaker and how you control the budget.
How viewer response?
Yes,
Can get that response.
definitely.
Yeah.
So it's a starting point for any filmmaker, I think.
Yeah.
Making a short film, you will create your name for yourself and let the world know, not just let Malaysians know.
Because nowadays we have technology to make a short film very easy actually. So even the TikTok kind of thing, sometimes we call it short, short film. And then but just imagine, you are the other side, the judging the 100 film, one from another, you have to see it. It's trust me, a lot of bad short film within 1,000, 10,000 film. All right, but I experienced watching the 100 short film in the last 10 years. Yeah,
Every
some
year.
short film shine. The feeling is if I watching dumb, but sometimes I watch even after 10 dumb film and then I see one good one, the feeling is I want to see more. I want to see another short film. That is a kind of magic of the short film. So then the competition wise, actually good one is making good one is a short film. That's only best way. That's why you have to develop and experience. That's why the short film is good. Try and error. That's why in the film school, you have to make some short film to get the technique, because it's not just short film is a short version of feature film. It's different, different technique.
I think, just like Amen said, a lot of films related to short Japan are student films. But they push it to a different level. Then they send it out. Of course, maybe few years back they send. Maybe the fourth time, fifth time, succeeded. You don't see all the backstory. You just say, oh, anta. No, the hard work put into it is there.
So again, it's a big deal. The film captured among the thousands. It's
And
shine.
also, in 15 years that we are using short, a lot of Malaysian films shortlisted, we show, but this is the first time, congratulations Danny, this is the first time any Malaysian film won an award for short.
We are quite surprised to learn the money.
We never thought.
They mentioned from Julie why this film.
I think
You can give tips.
I don't think they can mention anything because it's voted by the audience.
Yeah, it's voted
Yeah,
by
it's
the
not,
Audience award.
Okay, from your point of view, why? Maybe because of the story, because of everybody feel.
Yes, I think.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably just more relatable to them. I guess.
Relatable,
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But yeah, probably that.
From can you give any tips to everybody? What is the
How to catch the jury's
how to catch the
attention.
jury, and
Okay.
then what is the jury?
The secret recipe.
Yeah, the secret sauce.
I'm sorry to say there is no secret recipe because Short Japan, they change their jury every year. So they cannot, because every year the jury is different, the taste of the jury is different, and the experience, so individual, so we cannot give any tips on how, but you make a story that is understood by more people, you get a bigger chance. Like for the audience choice award.
From previous record. From previous record, the most
Okay. Because that's what I'm gonna tell you. Because trust me, because sometimes even though this is the result from Japan, why? Many times.
Yeah.
Why?
Because the jury is different.
That depends on jury. So competition is something like that. So then sometimes much to the time, much to the audience, much to the jury. Sometimes the very dominant female judges and then choose some feminism film.
and all that.
So it's happening.
Yeah, like what they mentioned, luck plays a huge factor. You like it or not, luck plays a huge factor in it. It's very subjective.
So feelings very subjective.
Yes.
The short film that I love the most when I watch in short shots wasn't even like one of the winning short films.
Yeah.
So many good films. How do you judge which one is the best? It's very subjective here.
I really love
Kerana.
Maybe something.
Yeah, I watched it when I was in. Wow, I actually cried. Then I'm so happy they won. They won
Yeah,
the Asian award.
So like, I mean, all the years that we watched through all the 100 films, and then we get the films in May, even before the short in Japan happened, because they shortlist already. So when we choose, after we choose our choice we want to see, and then the award happens, and the winner is this, we never choose it. So that's why it's very subjective. The jurors that year like that film, and then when we watch it, we go, So it doesn't say that if you don't win any award in any short film, it doesn't mean your film is bad.
Because
Please
actually,
understand
this is
that.
the first year we didn't go to the 100 film and just pick up the 6 award-winning one. So then, actually, trust me, the last 14 years, try to chosen for the Malaysian audience, and then we can make you laugh like through the whole 6 films. So the selection is very different. So that's why not only a winner, but if you have the chance to see some selective one, and then you can find maybe your favorite short film, and you can learn.
We get the chance to see all the short films. We have to go through it, and then I can tell you which is my favorite short film. But then it also makes me reflect. I get the chance. I'm learning. I'm an oldie. I'm not going to make short films. I imagine, as a teacher, how much more the students will be inspired to watch good quality short films. That's why we've been hanging on for 15 years. Any other?
I just want to know what camera you use to shoot this short film.
Red, but I don't remember. I think it's red Komodo. But
Red.
Yeah. I might be. It's quite a few times back, 2 years back already. So it's definitely a red.
Okay.
We got it from on a discount lah. One of our friends owned a red camera, so we just rent from him.
That is okay one.
Alright.
About the competition, how many animation was set in the competition?
What I remember is like
8,000. Yeah. So animation and the short is the same category.
No, I think they have different animation winner. There's Asian winner. They have international winner and Japan winner. So,
Asian international. That is a Malaysian film which is made.
and there is no restriction of genre, animation or whatever.
Well, I think that one restriction is like it depends on the different short film festival, but short show is like 23 minutes. So it's good.
20, less than 25 minutes, including credits.
But trust me, over 20 minutes, usually very difficult. 15 minutes, less than 20 minutes is usually the ranges. They've been.
Can participants send to this competition and send to another competition with the same
Of
shot?
course.
Yes.
Because when you send to one, it doesn't mean it will be chosen. So of course you can send to a lot, then if you get chosen by one or two, then you decide. Because like some festivals say must be premier kind of thing, or some don't bother. As long as you say it's a good short film, not premier also can. So some festivals want world premiere. There are some like one Asian premiere. So it depends on the competition. Send out to as many as you can.
Short
Then
film
you
is
decide.
very good because it's not only it's an Oscar qualifying festival, it doesn't require any premiere. I think if it's completed within like 2 years before the competition, it's eligible. So it's very lenient actually. You can sell it to short shops.
Last chance. Yes.
Okay, I want to ask, the process, how the budget for the short film fest.
The budget for this one 20. But I think it also depends on the short film. There's no fixed budget for short films. I've done short films like only slightly more than that now, slightly more than one. This one is by far the most expensive I've done. It's 20K. That one. This one, I don't think there's a fixed budget for short film here. This is short film number 2. I think like the 4th probably. I lost count, but around the 4th, I think. Yeah, the 4th.
Another question.
If I don't have budget, can I use phone? Can.
Yeah, I want just short shots have a category smartphone competition actually.
Oh, have category.
It's just short shots. There's also other film festival that accept smartphones. So no problem. You can just shoot with your smartphones. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Totally fine with that. Yeah, totally fine with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and also like filmmaking happens everywhere. Smartphone make it so much easier.
Yeah.
You don't need ARRI whatever
Yeah.
or
Gimbal.
yeah. But the most important thing is your story. Yes. So
Story.
because like US use the same camera as we do, Japan use the same camera as we do. Why our stories are not going outside? Because we are not structured it and we'll put more work into it as well. The story is more important.
Alright.
Recently kita save with sekarang kita film on cinema Baba. So kita kind of
Belum tengok lagi.
please watch. Okay. Bukan play promotion tapi please watch. Our cinema is jalan tengah film industry is good.
The story is not different. The story dia not complicated. Very straightforward.
Yeah.
But now for 1 week 5 million.
Yeah.
Worth for 5 million.
We went to the cinema, we saw the trailer and it's really different lah from typical Malaysia movie trailer. I would say
Ada sikit sama lah. Like
yeah. The hubungan the daughter and the father. Yeah. Definitely we watch it. We haven't watched it yet. Definitely we catch it. Yeah.
Alright, so please give them a round of applause. Thank you everyone. So this is concluded our
Thank you everyone for coming all the way from KL.
Alright, thank you. Good night. Good night.
Tapi dah.
Aku kena lari, ada bunyi ni lah. So depan Art Hub ni ada pasar malam Setiap hari Sabtu dekat sini ada pasar malam. Tapi dah nak tutup lah. Aku kena lari kejap pasal ada ni lah band tengah live. So takut copyright. Kita lepak yang kereta jap. Ini dia aku punya Ferrari. Adik. Allahu Akbar. Gelapnya. Harap nampak lah. Okey, berakhir sudah tayangan short film yang menang festival filem dahsyat. Dan for the first time in my life, I'm public speaking in public. Yeah, I'm speaking in English. Now I feel so reactable and little arrogant. Terasa macam educated. Oh, abaikan yang tu lah. Tapi yang menariknya yang aku dapat jawapan tadi tu, short film ni, pertandingan short film ni boleh guna phone. Dia ada kategori untuk phone. So aku rasa macam menarik untuk aku cuba ni kan. Dia kata tadi yang penting bukannya gadget lah. Dia lebih kurang macam tu lah. Dia katanya yang penting bukan gadget tapi story. Ya. So aku dah dapat sedikit sebanyak ilham lah kat situ kan. Dan yang penting ada isi dan menarik. Ya. Dan adalah beberapa tips-tips tadi tu yang 1:1 ratio dia kan. Yang tu aku kena dengar balik sebab in English kan. So aku kena ambil masa lah untuk aku faham betul-betul kan. Sekali dengar aku tak berapa faham tadi sebenarnya kan. Sure lah. Anyway, hari ni Alhamdulillah dapat gain subscriber from China. Thank you amoy. Chinese ladies from China, thank you for subscribe YouTube channel, Raksasa Manja YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Now Raksasa Manja going international Yeah. Thank you. So lepas ni aku nak masuk dalam balik. Aku nak jumpalah individu tertentu untuk aku deal mungkin lusa ataupun tulat untuk buat sambung balik santai raksasa. Ya, dah lama tak ada video santai raksasa kan. Ramai juga merindukan kan. Sabar. Aku akan ke udara lagi sebentar nanti. Okey, ciao sin. Ciao.